for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time. Touch. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. They're both trying for a knockout. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Perfect counter shot. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Done with that counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. How about that time counter shot? The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punching. They exchange punches. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Relax. Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? You're starting to make them right hand.
Here we go for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunches are the best.
Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. Punch caught him clean. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dumb. Let's get it started in round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
counter punch. That jab misses. There's a counter shot. A straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This is a high-octane battle. Good counter punch. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Wow.
There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Missing with the hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Fantastic punch. Nice counter punch. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that.
And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we continue.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
There's a counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Both men step back for just a moment. Punch, counter punch. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Pull it right there! And Sugar Ray is rocked! Down goes Sugar Ray Leonard. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
But now it's about getting back.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make up.
This is the beginning of round 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And he scores with the counter. Well done with that counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Got him there. That counter punch caught him clean. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Talking about Crawford and there's the bell to start round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And Sugar is in trouble. I thought that was gonna be a knockdown at least.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
And Sugar is in trouble. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3,
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was it.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Sugar Ray Leonard days! They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did he do? What?
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Sugar Ray. And we enter the 8th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That counter punch caught him clean. Perfect counter shot. So much firepower here. You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. Sugar Ray's in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What can they change?
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.